Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Superheroes, where we play the classic 1985 Marvel Superhero Advanced
85
set.
all over again.
1985. We're kicking
Such
it
a good
old
year.
school here on Wicked
Back to the
Studios.
Future was
LLC.
brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Aliens
Adam.
wasn't out yet, was it?
Aliens?
Yeah.
The second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Was it? I thought
I'd
that
say-
came out in 86. I thought I was in 6th
I was going to say
grade.
80. I
80s?
think 86.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Still.
I saw it when I was in 6th grade, so maybe it came out in 85. Anyway, my name's Adam. You could do the reverse math and find out how old I am now.
No.
Reverse math, that's subtraction. Anyway, I'm playing Gabe / Squall, the would-be superhero.
Oh, boy.
It's just not going so great.
It's tough
for us.
being a hero, man.
It's so much more
You know
difficult
what?
than you think. Or maybe it's
You
just
really
because
is.
maybe it's more difficult for us than it should be.
I guess.
Oh no,
I
no.
guess.
It's hard to be a superhero. And don't let public opinion sway you. You are a superhero.
We are.
Just because the
Yes.
public thinks
No,
you're
we
villains
are.
That's right.
doesn't mean you are.
It's the same
Yes.
thing Spider-Man went through
Yeah.
Exactly.
with the Daily Bugle.
Yeah.
Same
Exactly
thing.
the
Anyway,
same.
I'm Kem Chan. I play Jackson Briggs, a.k.a. Mental. And yes, Mental is having a hard time proving he is a superhero.
You both are. And I'm Will DM. I'm the judge for this here episode. I'm the dude in charge. I'm the dude who got to have a lot of fun in the last game.
Yeah. So why don't we go into
And the only one
recap?
who got to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys start it off and see what you do, and
All right,
then I'll
so
just interject.
We had
All right.
found what's his name? Deshaun the
Deshaun.
Wrench.
Right.
I want to call him Jackson, but it's not Deshaun Jackson. It's also
Harris.
not Deshaun Watson.
Harris.
There's a lot of football players named Deshaun who I like.
Mm-hmm.
Harris. And he was missing, taken
Yeah.
by the Collective.
Right. His robot
Yeah.
was broken in half.
Robot Dolly 2, because the
Mhm.
first now, oh shit, I just realized it was Thursday when this happened. I'm
It
supposed
sure
to meet
was.
Dolly 1, who's a human, by the way,
Yeah.
in Washington Square Park on Saturday.
Saturday.
But anyway,
We got two days.
we got a message because what's his name? Big Brother from the Collective is extremely polite. Left us a handwritten note.
He did.
Saying, "Hi, Mental and Squall. This is Big Brother. I kidnapped Deshaun because we want him to make like super illegal stuff, and he wasn't doing that because of you guys. So why don't you come over to our house? Let's talk about it. We'll invite you into our super evil club. Yeah, come on by. Hugs and kisses,
Big Brother.
Big Brother."
Right.
And left an address for us.
Yep.
So, as the superheroes that we are,
And it was over in let me see if I can remember, the Brooklyn Navy Yard.
yes.
Yes.
I got it right.
Very
Okay.
good.
Yes. Brooklyn Navy Yard. So we had to go over the bridge.
Not a far. I mean, we flew.
Not too
so
far.
It didn't take us
Yeah.
that far from the Lower
Yeah.
East Side. It's not a bad.
Not.
I almost made mental drive across the Brooklyn Bridge in
which
rush
would have
hour.
taken-
That would have been terrible.
That would have taken a whole other episode to get to.
And
Yeah,
it would've-
yeah,
it
it
would've
would've-
been very boring. So we get to this warehouse, and the only way in are through some doors and some windows. So we blow open a window
Right. We make an entrance.
because we've made mincemeat out of every Collective agent so far.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
You
Pretty
beat the hell out of Chimera and the Blue Talon.
Yeah, we beat
Yeah.
up
Took down Comanche and Shades.
Shades.
Right. We even held our own against Iron Fist and Power Man.
Yeah,
Well, you guys really didn't fight.
We didn't fight them, but
yeah, but I felt
we
like we
held-
could have beat him up.
And let's be honest here. If anybody was holding their own, it was Squall, because if I remember correctly, Mental spent the whole episode with his
Well,
hands
he also didn't
behind
try
his
to
back.
use his,
That's
well, he
true.
used his powers against Power Man.
Power Man. did.
Um,
And was successful.
yeah.
So, yeah,
So,
whatever.
yeah, so we were feeling pretty cocky. And also, what's his name? Not Grimace. What's the what's the Cheshire cat there? Who was invisible.
Yeah.
Jackson even mind
right.
fucked him and just said, "Get the fuck out of here. We're in charge now. This is our turf." So we're feeling pretty cocky. So we just go into what we knew was a trap.
Obviously, a trap.
Total ambush.
Right. But we wanted to save Deshaun. And we
Yes.
wanted to show off how
We were
cool we
feeling
were,
good.
really. That was also a very bigger part of it. So I'm flying. I use my wind and I lower Jackson
Now,
to the ground.
how many of the collective were there? Do you guys remember?
There
There
were
was
a
like
lot.
Oh, there was more than that. There's
There's
probably
like-
more like 12.
I remember 4
Yeah.
on the catwalk,
Yeah, they were
Four on
8
the
first, but then
catwalk.
more
Front of
came
us.
in.
and then there were 4.
4 on the ground.
In the
There's
ground.
8.
Then there was another 4, I think, in the back that we couldn't
Yep.
see originally.
There's 12.
That's right. That's
There's
right.
12 of them.
So that was it was 12 against 2.
Uh-huh.
And we instigated a fight because they wanted us to join their super evil club, and we're not super
Right.
villains, we're heroes.
We're not villains.
Right.
That's right.
And you wanted Deshaun back.
and
who
we
was
wanted,
there
we're
as
here to
a ho- as a
save
hostage.
We're here to save
Right.
a hostage.
Yeah.
So things didn't go great at the start.
That's not at first.
Actually, it went great at first. You guys started like
Oh, yeah,
cleaning
yeah.
house.
Did we?
And then,
Well,
for the first
we
round,
didn't. Well, the first round we did a little, but
and
the
then Mental
problem
got
is-
shot.
yeah,
oh, that's
It
right. I
went
got
down.
shot. That's
Mental
right.
wasn't able to use his mental powers or his emotion
That's right.
powers
Yeah.
because
He
he
was
got
gonna try.
shot by some dude, Invidious,
Infidious.
Investus, what? Infected.
Infidious.
Infidious.
That's how I've decided that we're going to pronounce
Yeah,
it. Infidious.
and that guy rolled a kill shot. Now he didn't
That's
kill Mental because Mental's pretty tough, and when it comes to getting
Mental
shot,
made his.
That's right.
He made his roll.
He's
He
a
was.
stick of dynamite.
but knocked him the fuck out.
Yes.
Well, he was dying.
Right,
got
he was
shot.
dying.
And
I got
even
shot,
it was
yeah.
it wasn't an instant kill, but he was losing endurance
Right.
ranks, and then you had to fight pretty much all of them on your own.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So
I'm not.
I took Mental and the 3 or 4 dudes that were around him in the whirlwind, flew
Yep.
out the window,
Yeah.
to the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
knocked all. I think it was 3 of them, 3 whatever it was, 3 or 4, knocked most of them into the water, into the East River,
Mm-hmm.
and one guy jumped in
Viper.
on his own. Viper. Oh, he was pretty tough. So then I took Mental to the hospital in his
Yes.
suit
In my suit. Right.
because he
Bleeding.
was dying. Yeah.
Right.
And once they got him into the ER, I'd left and went back.
You did, and they were leaving.
To the
They were getting
warehouse.
ready
They
to
were,
Yeah.
yeah, they were
They were
calling it a
They were
day,
packing it
right?
up for the day. Yeah. The dinner bell was ringing. They were on their way home. And I fucked up quite a few of them.
Yeah. It basically came down to you took care of the 8 that were remaining. You took out 4 quick, and then you were fighting against
I was down
4
to
for a
2
while.
at one point.
at one point, and then
But then
some
2
more
people
came back.
because I kept tossing them out the window
Yes.
Right.
and clear them
Right.
out. Because I was really after Big Brother.
Yeah.
And the other ones were just nuisances. And then Infidious comes back in,
You sure
does the
did.
same thing to me as he did to Mental.
Rolled a 99. Yeah.
99,
Bam!
yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm out.
We
Now
have
the-
arch nemesis.
Yeah.
This guy.
Now the next thing we know, Jackson wakes up in the hospital.
Yeah.
And there's a doctor there. There's the FBI agent. I don't remember his name, but he's there.
Shield.
Shield. I keep
Shield
calling
is
him
there.
FBI.
I'm handcuffed to the bed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah,
looks
it's not
over,
looking
and
good.
who does he see? Gabe.
Is in
That's
the
right.
bed.
You're in the bed next
Is
to
in
me.
the bed.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Because the doctor came in, he's like, "You guys can just wait until I do my job." And he went and he checked your vitals, and the
Right.
Shield agents are kind of standing there, letting him do his thing. And then the doctor goes over and he pulls the curtain that was separating your bed from the bed that was next to you. And as he pulled the curtain to the side, they're all wrapped up in the bed next to you was Gabe. And so then he checked him, and that's where we ended it right
Yeah.
there.
Right. Okay.
And I'm still out.
Yes, you're still out currently. So, okay. So, basically, that's where we're going to pick up right there. So, literally, when the episode starts, it's basically it zooms back into the back of the doctor just as he reaches up and grabs the curtain and he slides it back, and then we see Gabe laying on the bed again. Then it pans out and we see the whole room. He does a quick one over, checks everything with Gabe and shakes his head, seems like he's satisfied, starts walking out to leave, then stops in front of the shield agents and goes, I'm still in charge here. These are my patients. Do not, I repeat, do not get them riled up, because I'll ask you to leave. And then marches off. This is. Do you remember your contact there, the guy that you know, that the doctor? You remember him there, Mental? It's a real common name. Think Miami Vice.
Johnson.
Tubbs.
Johnson. Dr. Johnson.
Dr.
Johnson.
What, Tubbs? No.
Yeah, Dr. Tubbs. He's got his doctor things all rolled up.
Yeah.
So, and then he leaves and heads out and leaves behind Agent Maddox and Agent Taggart. And there's now you guys are familiar. Agent Taggart and Agent Maddox have suits on, okay, but with them are your traditional shield agent guys with the skin tight blue suits with the white gloves and white boots and all that. There are
very 80s.
Yes. There's two of those guys. Yeah, they don't do shield like that anymore.
Yeah,
they must work out.
Yeah, they do. You know. So there's two of these guys with high-tech rifles, and they've got helmets on that cover their entire face, and there's like a Cylon red bar sight thing on them. And they're just standing against the wall. You can see that there are more shield agents just outside, because in your room we'll say there's a door and there's a window, because that seemed to be what they did with all the hospital rooms.
Always the window.
And then they had the blinds. The doctor would always, I'm going to come and see you. Let me close the blind. You know.
Yeah. Hospitals have a lot of fluorescent lights. I don't know why every movie and every TV show has the hospital so dark. The hospital rooms.
Yeah.
Never like
no, never like dark.
Very unflattering fluorescent lighting.
Yeah. Fortunately for you guys, you actually have a window. So and the window's open. It's letting in daylight. It's the morning time. And
so it's Friday.
It's Friday.
God damn! I gotta get out of this hospital. I got a date tomorrow.
You gotta heal. You better heal.
Oh no! You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna miss it, and then you're gonna have to show up and meet Dolly one at a later date. Oh, you couldn't make it. Walk.
Or will you make it just in the nick of time?
Yeah.
So now
that would be the rom-com way it would work.
Right.
Agent Taggart goes across the room to stand in a corner by the window, over closer towards where Gabe is at, right? And Maddox is up against the wall. Now, and this is something that after re-listening to a couple of the past episodes to make sure that I was getting things right, when you use your emotion control on people, it doesn't stay. It wears off.
Yeah.
So Maddox kind of knows that something's up, because it was not a subtle way. You basically leaned across in a police station across the table and go, fuck you. He was like, okay, I'm sorry.
If he didn't figure it out then, he certainly knows it now.
Yeah, he didn't. Right. Yeah, exactly. And because Mental is known to have some sort of mental abilities.
Right.
That's why he calls himself that.
Exactly. So
not because he's fucking
loco. He doesn't call himself that.
That's why people
You
call him
that.
Yeah. So
You
so
stuck him with that name.
that's true.
I did. Yeah.
He still hasn't come up with a good
He has to come up with a better one, yeah.
or a good name for your duo.
No.
You guys don't have a name for yourselves besides the
fuck ups is what we should.
no, was it you're the Alphabet City something.
The protectors of Alphabet City.
Alphabet City, which that is so lame.
It is lame.
So there you go. There's your guys' homework. So Maddox is there, and he leans up against the wall, and he goes, "It all makes sense now, Mr. Briggs. How you doing? Now, I'm going to ask if you would please try to refrain from the mumbo jumbo that you do oh so well. Whatever you did, what you did to me down in the basement of the police station." And he reaches into his coat pocket and he pulls out an AIM telecom pad thing. He goes, the tech boys, they looked this over, and Shield's got the best guys on the planet. We were able to reverse engineer this thing like within weeks. Especially after we knew something was wrong, something was going on, and you helped with that, and I appreciate that. And let's see if I can remember how to do this. Beep. Okay, hold on a second. He's like looking, beep, 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 and then you hear beep, 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 beep. I guess it works. I guess you're a mutant. He takes it and he puts it back into his coat. That's one of these things that. Isn't it great? I mean, we got this technology from the AIM guys that lets us help us find mutants. That's going to be very valuable to the government and to SHIELD. So now, and he reaches into his coat and his other packet.
Gonna hate us.
Yeah, right.
He pulls out the recorder again. He goes over. You know how you got the little tray that's next to you, the little thing that the table that they can swing out. He walks over to it. Clicks on the recorder and he sets it on the tray and he just scoots it a little bit closer to you. He goes, "Let's try this again. I, Agent Maddox of S.H.I.E.L.D., am here with Jackson Briggs, former police officer of the NYPD."
They would call him detective.
Wait. Is he? Can he talk? Can Gabe talk?
I'm out cold.
No, he's out.
You're out cold.
He's out cold. I don't think. Did we establish? I don't think you ever made detective. You were a cop.
No, I was a detective.
You were a detective. Okay, so
I was a detective. I was
a detective
NYPD
of the NYPD. Currently, what would you call yourself? Are you a super villain? Are you a super terrorist?
Wow, this guy's a dick. I wish I was awake.
Help me out here. Help me figure out what
Make him shit his pants.
And he walks back. He walks back across the room and he sits in a chair against the wall. So he's looking at you. Let's try this again. So you're a mutant, correct?
I'm not saying a word. Jackson knows exactly what's gonna happen if he says anything.
Yeah.
So he waits a couple of seconds.
He leans one way or the other. No, Jackson's just.
Okay. Yeah. So Maddox waits a couple of seconds, and when you don't say anything, he goes, "Oh, this is how it's gonna be. This is a shame. It really is." Because you see what we have here, and he stands back up and he walks back over to the side of your bed to communicate. And he picks up the recorder and says, "We have your one chance to make this easier on yourself. Now, we're not the police." And he points, just over his shoulder. Doesn't even look at him, points at the other SHIELD guys. We're S.H.I.E.L.D. Our authority supersedes the people who are going to bring you up on charges. Now, the way I see it, somebody like you would be very valuable to an organization like ours. And, well, perhaps we could work things out. But
Maddox is there. Is his partner there? The other
Taggart's there. Taggart's
there.
Taggart's across the room and standing in the corner, closer to Gabe than he is.
Right. and Taggart was the one that we actually liked, right? He was the.
I don't
Or
know if you
no?
liked any of them because
Wasn't there
Taggart.
one?
No.
No, these aren't the same guys that we met that first time outside in the snow,
It
outside of.
is.
It
It
is.
is.
I didn't meet any. You met him. I
There was
didn't talk.
Matt.
That's right.
It was
You didn't
Taggart
meet
and I have to look up the other agent.
I
There were
remember one of them I liked.
Metzger.
Metzner and Taggart were the two that you met. They were outside. They were talking. One guy was smoking a cigarette.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Metzner was the guy that did all the talking the first time. He was the guy that was like, hey, we're doing some stuff here. Hey, who are you? And oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He talked with you for a little bit, and then when Maddox came out of the building, he informed Maddox who you were, and Maddox didn't care. He's like, let's get out of here.
Right.
And Maddox just deemed that you weren't worthy at that point in time. You guys got in the car and you left. They got in the car and they left.
I just wanted to get which one was which straight. That's what I wanted to make sure.
Now, Metzner's not here. Taggart is kind of like he's like muscle is what Taggart is.
Yeah. But I still like him better than
Maddox. Yeah.
Maddox. Yeah.
But Maddox is obviously
Maddox is definitely the older senior officer
who
likes throwing weight around.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured. All right, got it.
Maddox is actually in charge of the Shield substation. There, and so he's got a little bit of clout for sure.
Right. Okay, got it.
And so he said what he said about working with them, and he picked up the recorder and he's looking at you.
And I just sit up. I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I'll talk to him, and I point right past him to Taggart. I'll talk to him because I like him.
Now Taggart. Now remember,
and I just lean back into the bed. That's it.
Okay. Now Taggart wasn't the one that you talked to outside the thing. That was Metzner.
But I know Taggart.
Okay. All right. Cool.
But I know him.
So Maddox looks at you, shrugs his shoulders. Yeah, Taggart, come over here. Taggart's all like, okay. And he walks over and he goes,
moment, all right.
and when Taggart comes over and he stands next to the bed, Maddox looks at him and goes, Taggart, do me a favor. Tell Mr. Briggs that he's really fucking up his one and only opportunity to make sure he doesn't wind up at Project Pegasus. and Taggart, like, he looks at him and he looks at you and he goes,
and I sit up and I go, wait. I look at Maddox. I'm like, I said I was going to talk to him. You can go. You can leave everybody else.
Let's see. Hold on.
I'm not even using my power. I'm not even using my power. I'm just saying it straight up.
I gotta roll.
I met him. I like him. I don't know you. I don't like you.
Okay, I just have to roll for the ego.
Okay, go for it.
On
Maddox has got to have a big ego.
He does. That's why I got to roll. That's why I got to roll to see, because even though he's got an ego, he wants information too.
Exactly.
So let's see. Here we go. The higher, the more ego he's got. 60. Okay, so with that having been said, so what Maddox does at that point, he sets back down the recorder on the table and he goes, "You've got 5 minutes to convince me not to throw your asses away." And he turns and he walks out of the room. And you see him go past the window, as he leaves and whatnot. Okay. And Taggart just watches him go and he goes, "Dude, you shouldn't do that."
I know, but he's a dick. And admit it, you like him.
Yeah. No, and then he was about to say something, but the two other Shield guys with the guns, they're there. And he catches himself and he goes, "Well, he's a very effective boss."
I'm sure he is. And then I'm like, "Listen, you want to turn on the recorder? That's fine." He wasn't going to let me tell my side. I just wanted somebody who would let me tell my side. That's it, man. And I've talked, and we haven't talked, but I know you, so I figure why not?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
So basically, like, yeah, they can have like he turns on the recorder, and I'm just like, listen, and I just pretty much lay it out and I think Mental made the decision at that point. Like, if he really wants to be a hero, he needs to work with the good guys.
He does.
You know, too many people think he's a villain, right? And he does not want that, right?
Yeah.
And he just pretty much tells what happened. Like, people were missing, and we went looking for them. We found them. They were held by AIM. That's how we got involved in this. That's it. We were just trying to find our friends. That's it. The whole Mental Squall thing got made up along the way. It wasn't our doing, really. We were just looking for our friends. And basically, that's what I tell them.
Okay. And like, because you're giving them an abbreviated version.
Sure.
Is there anything you're going to leave out?
Do they know Gabe is with me? Do they know that we're the team?
Yeah, because they
found me.
He had his uniform on when he was brought in.
Oh, that's right.
He had his
so did
I.
And
that's why they stuck him in the same room with you.
Right, of course.
You know, it's like it makes their job easier.
Sure.
So
they have to just watch one room instead of multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't tell them about the Morlocks. I don't think that's
what I wanted to know.
Yeah, I don't tell them about the Morlocks because that's not really relevant. I only tell them what's relevant.
Okay.
And like, and I do I tell them about Deshaun? I don't think so. I don't think I tell them about Deshaun.
I think you kind of have to.
Yeah, because that's where
they're gonna know that there's holes in the story. Otherwise, it's like, so you're
Yeah,
following the
true.
collective. Why you following the
true.
collective?
Plus, I mean, we're selling him out, but at the same time, he needs help anyway.
He needs help too. He's still with them, right?
Yeah, the collective got him.
I couldn't get him out.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know actually where he is right now, but
yeah,
that's true. That's true. I have no clue. Okay,
but considering the state that I'm in, you can assume that he's still with them.
Okay,
right.
Okay. So yeah, basically, I leave out the Morlocks and I tell them everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And and as you're just wrapping it up, because you like there's a clock on the wall behind Taggart.
I give him like a condensed version.
And just as you see it starting to go towards that 5-minute mark, like punctual as fuck, Maddox comes walking back into the room, reaches over, he grabs the recorder, he shuts it off, and then he just looks at you and goes, "I'm going to review this while we finish running and getting all the data we need from YouTube. And then I'll be back and let you know your fate." And he puts the recorder into his suit pocket, and he just turns around and he walks out. And like Taggart just looks at you once, he waves, and then he follows him out. When they leave out,
as Taggart walks out, I'm like, "Don't let him give you shit, man."
And then you hear in the hall, "What the hell is that crack supposed to be?" The two SHIELD agents that have the guns and whatnot, they go outside as well, and they close the door. And they're in the hall. So there's 4 of those armed SHIELD agents out in the hall outside from you guys.
And they could probably see in the window. I'm sure they could probably.
Oh yeah, it's open. It's not closed. They can look right in. And matter of fact, there's like a guy that's his whole thing. He's not like right up against the window. He's across the hall.
But he's looking right through the window.
He can look right in through the window.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and it's like 5 minutes after the door closes when you're sitting there going, "Oh fuck," because you feel like shit.
Sure, I got shot.
Well, you almost died.
Yeah.
If they hadn't brought you to the emergency room, sort of thing.
They or me?
If Squall hadn't brought you to the emergency room. So about 5 minutes go by as you're sitting here and you're just like going through your head what's going on. You hear, and Gabe, you start waking up.
I'm assuming I'm chained to this bed too.
Oh yes.
How many hands?
Your left.
Well, you're a big guy. They probably have you strapped in.
Yeah.
Your left hand is handcuffed.
In a cast.
Oh, so it's your right hand then that's handcuffed to the bed, and you don't notice right away, but your feet have some. It's have you ever seen the one where it's like shackles with a straight bar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got one of those sort of things, and that's changed.
Jessica Alba knows all about those.
Yes, she does. And if you leave the good stuff in at the
I
beginning,
gotta cut that out. I know that, but I hope I remember to do that.
I hope
leave
you
it
don't.
random. That's the better. Leave it random. Let people wonder.
Yeah, let you wonder.
Yep. So and Gabe starts coming around. Like, and you're coherent. This is a comic book, and so just like with keeping somebody from dying, all they got to do is walk over and go, "Hey, shake it, don't die," and then you're not dying. So you are cognitive enough that you can talk. And,
right.
Yeah. But you feel really bad too.
Where the fuck am I?
Hey, I'm like, hey, we're in the hospital. Just relax. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere.
And then I noticed.
It looks like we got our asses kicked.
Yeah.
I got shot. You remember that? I think you brought me here.
I did.
And then what happened after?
I went back.
Obviously.
I tried to fuck him up.
You couldn't leave well enough alone yet again.
No. I mean, one, I had to get revenge. And two, I had to get Deshaun out of there.
Okay.
Neither one of those were accomplished. Fucking.
So Deshaun is still with the AIM, not AIM, the collective.
The collective, and Infinity Cat shot me in the face. The last thing I remember, I don't know how I wound up. Holy shit! Where? Wait a minute. Where's my suit?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Everything you were scared of happening, it happened. Shield knows. They were in here. They questioned me. I had to.
And at that, like, just when he says that for the first time, you notice the window and you look outside, and you see the Shield agents out there.
Oh shit! And I'm in a bad spot here. I can't.
And I look at it, and I look at you. I'm like, the only thing I didn't tell them was about the Morlocks. That's the only thing they don't know, because it really doesn't have anything to do with what they want to know. So I didn't bother telling them that.
Yeah.
But everything else, they know Deshaun, they know about the collective.
Fuck.
Man, we got to start working with these guys if we want to be the good guys.
They know you're mutants.
They know we're mutants.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the obvious thing.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, this is New York.
Well, once they found out who we were on our masks,
So how did they find out we were mutants?
Oh yeah, remember the tech we decided to give them? There was a way they could be used as mutant detectors.
Well, we knew they could be mutant detectors. Did I know you gave them that?
Yeah.
They actually got a bunch of that stuff when they
from the facility.
From the facility too.
Yeah.
So
we knew that because that's how we found the Morlocks, was that mutant detector.
Yeah, you guys have one.
Yeah. All right. Great. So, like, are we going to be forced to register? Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like,
that's not a thing yet.
No. Well, they're working on it. I don't. I'm not hip to all the.
That's true.
What's going on?
Yeah.
This is. I'm fucking playing a character here, dude.
You're acting. My bad.
Yeah.
So I find it. I can't tell it apart sometimes.
That's how good he is.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or how bad. I didn't recognize that. Great. So now what's happening? What are they gonna do to us?
I don't know, man. I'm really hoping that they'll just decide to work with us and not arrest us. And I'm really leaning into that.
Can you use your emotional mojo to get?
You know what? They know I can do something. They're not sure what I can do. It's obvious they're aware that I can do something to them. So they were definitely keeping their distance. And this time around, I didn't do anything like that. We need them to trust us. Too many people think we're supervillains. We got to work with them if we want to be the good guys.
They're not going to trust me.
They're not going to trust me.
No, they're not gonna. Look, I got to tell you something. And I'm sorry I didn't say this before, but we've only known each other for like a week. It seems
Yeah.
like a lot
But
longer.
what a hell of a week it's been.
It
Come
has
on.
been. I'm already wanted. Um,
For
I
just
ki-
say it.
I killed a bunch of people in a bar. It was by accident. It was by accident.
Oh.
I didn't really understand my powers. I just had little twinges of things here and there over a few years. Um, but that was it. I didn't know what I could do. Um, and I had some friends take me out for my 21st birthday, a little bar in Cleveland, and Big C represent. Um, I say that too, and
Jackson just like
um, and I got drunk, and my powers. I don't really remember exactly what happened, but they went off in this bar, um, and I panicked and I left. I fled. That's why I'm here, because I knew that there were people here that maybe could help me figure out what was going on. But I'm fucked now, dude.
it seems like along the way you figured things out how to control it though.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot to learn, but I'm getting better with it.
Right.
Um, but even
Right.
so,
Well, do you know that they traced back that
I mean, this is
bar thing
Shield.
to
I'm
you?
assuming they know that it's me. Well, I don't. I mean, I'm the I'm the only one that's no longer there.
Right. Right.
I didn't stick around
Well,
long enough to find out. I left.
well, again,
Both of you
again.
guys roll a perception roll for me.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's
It's a
my thing?
perception.
Intuition, I'm sorry.
Intuition.
Right.
Got to get back into the right game.
Oh, 5. I'm kind of freaked out. So.
Squall has no clue.
Yeah.
I'm expecting old detective over here.
Oh,
Whoa!
100. How did you get a 150?
Because he's still got karma on his roll, obviously.
Yeah, I do. Sorry.
But it's still got to
It's all
be a
right.
pretty good
It
one.
was only 20.
It's good enough.
It was
though.
only 20.
Yeah,
karma's only 20.
it's good enough. It's good enough. So basically, at some point, because
And we got no karma from last
Gabe,
time. Right?
no, you got
No,
zero.
we
Does
got
my
zero
does my
karma.
regular karma refresh?
Yes.
Okay.
At some point, Gabe reaches up with his hand to because you're bandaged up,
Yeah.
and we'll even say one of your eyes is covered.
Oh,
And
How can he if he's got an arm broken and handcuffed with the other
well,
one?
the one arm's got a cast on it,
yeah.
and that's the hand.
Oh,
the
that's
arm
what he
that's
put.
free.
Oh, gotcha.
So as he reaches up with that, because his hand isn't in the cast, it's got like the thing that goes around here.
It's just the arm that's.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
this forearm that got
Forearm.
broken. When he reaches up like this, you can see the fingerprint ink.
Yeah.
On his
Okay.
Gabe doesn't see it, but you see it when
No.
he goes up, and then you look, Jackson. You look down at your fingers, and you can see that they fingerprinted you too.
I just know that Shield. Once you said Shield, there's no way they haven't figured out who I am yet.
Well, again, now here's the thing. It's how would they know? Because it's 1985. It's not like security cameras are everywhere.
I know. I mean,
you could have easily walked out of that place if everybody died.
not every. I don't.
Nowhere.
I don't think everybody died.
Don't forget what not Taggart. God, I'm forgetting my
Maddox?
NPC. Thank you, Maddox. Right after you left.
How did I remember that?
I'm telling you, wow, the things are changing. Maddox said when he picked up the recorder and he shut it off, he said that you can go ahead and think about this while we run the rest of our information.
Right.
So obviously they're running stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, here's a question I got. Squall, Gabe, was Gabe ever in trouble with the law?
Well, here's the thing, and I was thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have been, but if you remember in elementary school, They
That's
make
right.
everybody take fingerprints in the guise of saying if you get kidnapped, that was fucking bullshit. It's in case you do a crime later on, they've got your
That's
fingerprints
right.
on file.
Yeah. So I think there's a really good chance that your fingerprints are on file.
They probably are.
So
And again,
what I'm going to say,
like, I don't know what it was like. Like it wasn't probably like maybe a huge,
I remember
countrywide database, but Shield would be able to get the
I
information.
remember them. Now that you say that, I remember when they rolled that out, and I was a kid. And I don't know if it was just when in the late 70s or the early 80s when they were starting to do that.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I know in the early 80s they were doing it because they did it for me.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is there's a high probability that your fingerprints are on file. So what we're going to do, and I'll let you do this roll yourself.
Great.
Whoops.
Well, I can't get much worse than a 5. So
what I want you to do is there is a 75% chance.
So percentile.
Yeah, you got to get over 76 and higher, and it's not.
100.
Your fingerprints are not. Maybe you had some kind of crazy mom. Like, you're not going to do that to my baby. You haven't been vaccinated either. But yeah. So
good news is I wasn't fingerprinted. Bad news is I have the measles.
Yeah, exactly. So that's good to know. Now you don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I'm still assuming that Shield
that they'll find out.
Yeah, because again, I'm.
Well, again, if it was your 21st birthday and your friends took you out, like you weren't always homeless. You weren't. I'm assuming. No, I
wasn't homeless until I got here. I just because I left and just came right here, and I didn't have any. So, like, I didn't have anything on me besides what I came.
Right. I'm assuming like
here's the one. Okay,
they'll find you where you lived and everything.
There is one last link that actually would work for them to find out who you are. When you left Cleveland and you came here, you would have had an ID.
Yeah.
Did you still have that ID? I mean, you're homeless.
You know what? I don't.
Is there a reason for you to get rid of it?
No, I don't know that I would have got. I don't think that he would have gotten rid of it.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he even would have thought of that. I think because again, he hasn't. It's never come up since he left.
Okay.
It's in his wallet, with.
So what that means then is there is going to be a period of time. They're still going to have to run information.
The problem is my wallet would be at Jackson's house.
I was going to say, your wallet is either at Jackson's house.
It's definitely at Jackson's house because I was
at Deshawn's.
Oh wait, no, it would be at Deshawn's because I would have had it because I used it to flash my my
now here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the thing. Shield is searching both of those places.
Yeah, of course. One way. That's why one way or the other. That's why I'm confident that Shield is going to figure out who I.
Good to know about the fingerprints, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue. Sorry.
There's no proof. It's a fake ID. I don't know. We got.
So yeah, I figure out that they've run our fingerprints. He's freaking out, probably.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? This is it. This is where we either come clean and just tell them what we've been doing
and work with them. It sounds like.
Yeah, and work with them. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping they'll let us work with them because let's face it, we have a lot of there's a lot of information I haven't given them still, and they need that. And if we can work with them, they can show them that we actually mean to do good. Maybe I'm hoping we won't go to jail. That's the end result. I'm hoping we don't go to jail. I listen, and you don't know if they'll.
They should put me away.
What happened
they should
in Cleveland
put me away. I shouldn't have run.
Maybe, but you were scared, and I get it. And now we're falling into exactly what Jackson does.
Yeah, that's why.
So now
you got to help me out.
The door opens up.
Come on, this is my fucking therapy session, Maddox.
And a nurse comes in.
Oh, all right. Oh, is it my Jamaican nurse?
She's sure.
Sure, why not?
And she's got a tray with her, and it's got the little plastic cups on it and some water and stuff. First, she comes over to, because Jackson's closest to the door, comes over. Here you go, honey. Then take that. This is going to help you for the pain.
Thank you.
And then she goes and she walks over, gives a cup with some pills in it, and the little cup, and give you a cup of water to Gabe. She'll hand you the cup.
I can't
first.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really hold a little cup like that.
But she
with a cast on, those cups are small and paper.
They are. She goes, and as she holds it out to you, she realizes, oh, I'm sorry, honey. And she sets down the tray and she goes, here, open your mouth.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay, and she puts it in there, and then she gets the water and she holds the cup up to your mouth so that you can drink it all.
So
you get a little bit of dribble come down, and she like pulls up her skirt and like wipes your mouth there a little bit.
I'd wink, but I've got a bandage over my eye.
So it looks like you're just gonna blink.
Yeah, I'm just blinking.
And she's like,
as if you have something in your eye.
There you go, honey. Now, if you boys need anything, just go ahead and press the call button, and I'll come in. So,
thanks.
We'll have some breakfast for you here in a little bit. Don't you worry, sugar. I'll make sure that I'll feed you.
Yeah. All right.
You know,
the good thing about getting beaten up all the time is you get to know the.
Well, you got to remember too. You're like a bodybuilder, so they saw you when they stripped you out and put you in the bed. Like, ooh, girl.
Yeah.
Did you see him? So
these thin hospital gowns aren't covering up my awesomeness. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not enough gown to hold you in.
Yeah. So she leaves, closes the door, and you guys are in the room again.
Meanwhile, Jackson's gown is like folded over twice.
Yeah, like a burrito.
Yeah, wrapped around.
To poke extra holes in it.
Yeah, because normally you got the tizer in the back. His wraps around, and then the tizer back. Yeah. They actually gave you a belt.
This is just gonna fall right off of him. That belt's on him.
Okay.
So I look over at Gabe. I'm like, listen, man, it was obvious you were scared. You obviously had no control over yourself. I mean, in any other, if it was a normal situation, you would have been like a drunk kid who got into a fight. But because you're a mutant, you have to be a little more responsible for yourself.
I mean, I understand that now, and I've been trying to make
now,
up for it,
sure,
and
now you have
done
the
is
control.
Fuck everything up.
Not everything.
I don't know. You cats didn't fuck everything up. You sure was hell on fire when you was down in that warehouse, says the voice with nobody.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, man. Oh, sakes alive. Now, looky here, fellas. The boss man just wanted me to come down, say, hey, no hard feelings about what happened.
I kind of like this guy
now. Cheshire?
Cheshire. And I'm like, Cheshire, let me see you, man.
Shh, I can't do that, man. You got the 5-0 right outside the door.
I'm like, oh,
I had to wait for the nurse to come in till the door didn't open up on its own.
Okay, so that answers my next question. How long has he been here?
Yeah.
What happened to Deshaun? Where's he?
Oh, we still got him. He's working hard. Big Brother's got a lot of projects going on, and we need it. And
Deshaun doesn't want to be there.
I realize that.
You were there.
You realize that, but the simple fact of the matter is the man's got skills, and the brother needs him. Just that simple. Now, Deshaun, he's worked for us in the past. He knows how this works. So long as he does as he's told, keeps out of trouble, we're going to treat him good. He'll even get some freedom back, Y'all, on the other hand, got all locked up, shield waiting to throw you away into some cell and just chuck away the key. What a waste of potential, especially you. You can't see him, but you know who he's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, Big Brother was mighty impressed with your what you were able to do to almost the entire collective.
Yeah, well,
It's
the
mighty
rest of them
impressive.
got lucky.
Sure.
Sure.
So, as a as a as a as a as a as a nicety, my man, Big Brother wanted me to come down one more time and offer our services to y'all. If you want, we can get you out of here, get you free again, make it so that you don't have to worry about going away to superhero jail.
You
Look
want to
over
shake?
at Gabe.
You want to shake? You want to shake on it?
Oh no, 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 no! I'm not that silly.
No, get the fuck out
I'm
of
just a
here.
working man doing what the boss tells him to do. Nothing more.
All right, working man. We'll take this message back to your boss. We're not part of the collectives. We are not villains. So no, we don't want your help.
Yeah. See, that's what I told him. I said, y'all are upstanding individuals who would never stoop so low as to work for an organization of criminals such as the Collective. I told him that. I did. I did. And he told me to get my ass down here anyway, and here I be. So,
All right, fine. You did your job. You can go.
y'all just do me a quick favor. Will you call the nurse in so I can just leave and not really cause a fuss? You understand? Professional
I'm
courtesy and all.
sure somebody will come in at some point. There's a chair over there if you want.
Like,
Wait.
no, you know what? I don't even want him in here. I go ahead and please. I was like, because that means he's gonna be here and listen to everything we're saying. No,
Yeah.
I want him.
Okay. So
As
a
long
little bit later, just a couple minutes, the Jamaican nurse comes in. Yes, what can I get for you?
I'm sorry to bother you. Any chance we can get some like juice?
Of course, of course.
Water's just
And
not
your
too
breakfast is coming. Trust me. I'll make sure to get some juice right away. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then she leaves.
All right. Cheshire. You're like, you're out.
I hope he's gone.
Okay. Make sure he's gone.
There's no way for us to know.
No, there's
It really isn't. Want to throw powder in the air or something?
I'm gonna need
Next
all the
time
baby
nurse
powder
comes in,
you
ask
got.
For, like, powder. Ask for, like, baby
yeah,
powder.
you call the nurse back. Can you bring me a whole lot of talcum?
Yeah.
I don't want to chafe.
Yeah, like a tub of it, like a big tub. You got the industrial size.
Okay, so you guys you're there. You're in the.
Um,
I'm just laying back in the bed. I'm
Stu's laying
defeated.
back there. I just look over at Gabe and like, anyway. Yeah, man, we didn't screw shit up. We did all the right things. We got our
If
we
did all
saved
the
our
right
friends.
things, I don't know that we would have.
No, seriously, we saved our friends from being experimented on. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah, you guys did a good job with that.
We did a good job with that. We held our own with AIM. We helped. What do you call it?
Wanda
Disassemble an entire cell of them.
Mm-hmm.
Lock them all up.
Yep.
So we did some good. It's just that in the middle of everything, things went sideways. Can't account for everything, man. And you have no idea if they're actually going to know what happened in Cleveland if you had anything to do with that. You don't know, so don't.
I should probably tell them.
Don't give them that information. That's all I'm
Rule
going to tell
number
you.
1: never tell the police nothing.
Don't tell.
Let
don't
them
give the information to the cops.
Let them tell you what they know.
No
Right.
wonder you were kicked off the force.
I just know how it works.
Okay. So essentially, they'll bring in breakfast. You guys will get fed. The Jamaican. We're gonna have to give this Jamaican nurse a name. Did we ever give her a name? I don't think we did.
Her name should be Nilda.
Nilda with an N.
Yes, because
Okay.
there was a Jamaican. If you're watching, A Jamaican girl at the University of Miami who would not go out with me. Her name was Nilda. She was gorgeous. And that's who I'm picturing.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I was kind of wondering what the age group of the nurse was. It was a mother figure.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
No.
Okay. No, she's
unresolved.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here for you, man.
That was a rough time.
So, she'll feed you. The day's going to go by. The doctor's going to come in, and he's going to tell you guys, one, you're lucky to be alive. Two, you're recovering quite quickly, and it's very amazing. And that basically, you guys are going to have to stay in the hospital until Saturday.
Oh, I got to get out of here. What's today?
Friday.
Yeah, I got to leave. I got to.
You can. He says
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. We'll check you out.
All right.
And you know, and then Dr. Johnson tells you too. It's like, unless something comes up out of our control, and
like we get arrested by Shield, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, and Johnson actually has a conversation with Jackson. He's like, look, I don't believe anything that is being said.
What are they saying? Out of curiosity.
Oh, hold on a second. And he turns on the TV in your room.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I couldn't reach the remote, and I'm all chained up.
Circles through a couple of channels until he finds Slater Kirkland talking at the top of the news at the top of the hour. And there's a story about you guys and about the superhero battle being deemed a turf war between supervillains. And how the supervillains Squall and Mental are recuperating in a local hospital. Doesn't say which hospital though.
Right.
And that
but they showed that we were in the Brooklyn Navy Yard. So they actually, where are we? We're in St. Vincent's because I took him there.
Yes.
Although Lutheran Hospital's probably closer.
You're in St. Vincent's.
All right.
But
yeah. So basically,
they took me there because that's where I took Mental. And I'm new to the city. I don't know where all the hospitals are.
Well, for whatever reason, the supervillains dumped you there. That's where they dumped you.
Yeah.
You know, maybe because this is the hospital for your area.
Right.
And this is, and Alphabet City is your turf. Because obviously, Big Brother was going to give it one last shot with you guys, right? He sent Cheshire by to talk to you. So, so that's, you know, and that's what the news says. There was a turf war between rival gangs of supervillains, and talks about you, the terror of Alphabet City being sent to the hospital. So, and that's pretty much it, you know. But so after that plays, you know, then he shuts the TV off again. He walks over and gives the remote to Jackson because he can use it. And he goes, so I don't believe in Jackson. I've heard what some of the talk is on the street about what Mental and Squall have been doing. So just figured I wanted to say that. And then that's it. And then, you know, he's done with that. So So all of Friday will go by with you guys just in the hospital. It's Friday evening. Okay, you guys just got done. Matter of fact, Nilda. Oh, I gotta get an I. Nil, N-I, Nilda. She pulled the double.
Ooh.
So she was there to help feed you.
Right, she could feed me all day and night.
Yeah, and so
or just milking, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so she's.
I can't grip the spoon.
she's she's wheeling out the cart with your trays on it and stuff. As she is leaving, she passes by in the doorway Marco. He comes in, he shuts the door, he looks outside.
I hate seeing you go, but I love watching you leave.
And he closes the blinds. He closes the blinds to your guys' room. As he closes the blinds, the door opens up, and one of the shield agents goes, "Hey," it was like, and Marco goes, "Shut the fuck up! I'm the police." And he's dressed in his uniform.
Right.
He's not in plain clothes.
Right.
And the shield agent goes, "All right," and he just closes the door. And then he turns around and pulls out a gun. I'm just fucking with you. He didn't do that.
Bam, bam.
Like,
game over, motherfuckers.
You should have told Cheshire yes.
That would have been a great twist.
I would have never seen that coming.
Yeah, that would have. Oh, it's too bad you fucked it up by joking about it. It would have been a good.
No, I've got plans for. I can't have all of your friends turn evil on you. That would be wrong. And Marco is. Jackson knows Marco.
I don't have any friends.
Although,
old friends.
although Karma could have. I'm not Karma. Charisma or whatever her name is. I'd have to look at it again.
We don't know what you're talking.
It is Charisma. Charisma could have fucked with him.
Oh, the
chick with the veiled mask that walks really slow.
Yeah.
Right.
Her. She's in no hurry.
Yeah.
To do her evil deeds.
He closes the door, and he turns around and he looks at you guys and he goes, "Couldn't just say. Could just tell me. You knew I knew. You knew I knew.
I knew. And I just point. I go, he just didn't want anybody else to know. And who am I?
Oh, you're going to blame him.
Yeah.
You're going to blame him. Because you and him are obviously way tight. Got way more years together as a friends than we do. I see how it is. No, it's cool.
I couldn't bring you into it.
I'm sorry. Who are you? I'm kidding. I'm assuming you're his ex-partner.
Oh, yeah. You guys have never met.
No.
That's right. He walks over and he puts his hand out.
I give him the left in the cast.
And he takes it and he still shakes and he goes, my name's Marco Ruiz. I'm the
Gabe.
Captain over at the Up precinct.
Yeah.
Whatever that precinct is. I'm his former partner.
Yeah, I'm his new partner. It looks where it's
apparently so. Yeah.
I hope you had better luck.
He leans down a little bit and he goes, "Not really."
I heard that.
You were supposed to. And he turns, he stands back up and he's like, "You fucked. You know that, right?"
And I think that's exactly why I didn't tell you.
You're going to get brought up on charges.
Which is why I kept you out of it.
Well, it would have looked a lot better for you if you'd just come clean with me from the start. I realize you're becoming a superhero and you didn't want to, spread your identity, whatever the fuck you were doing.
Secret identities are very important for superheroes.
Exactly.
It's to protect people like you who don't have.
You can't tell.
Does.
You can't trust your best friend because you don't want your best friend getting in trouble. I understand, even though your best friend's a captain in the NYPD.
And how would it look if a captain got brought up on charges of knowing what was?
I'm getting brought up on charges now because they think I'm working with you.
But you don't know anything, do you?
No, I don't. But
exactly,
I was able to relay information that's, my ex-partner has materials that never showed up. I was like,
wait, you told him all that?
Of course he did. He didn't tell you that?
He just said he took care of it.
Yeah, he took care of it all right.
Yeah.
Then I ask you to work the magic that you do so well, and then you intimidate fucking
he was pissing me off.
Matt, then you intimidate. He's the head.
I know who he is.
Anyway,
now
look,
I know.
I'm just letting you know that from here on out, it's not me you're going to be dealing with because I can't.
No, I know.
Anything between me and you. Matter of fact, I came to tell you too. I can't talk to you for a while until this is all blown over and done.
No, I know.
I can't.
I get it.
I mean, I'm already got people looking at me. This is on my jacket. I mean,
I
could lose. I could lose my.
I sit up and I like.
I could lose my bars over this.
I grab him and it's like, I don't want you.
You're not grabbing him. You can't get out of the bed.
No, I can't get out of the bed, but I can sit up. And I'm just
sit up. Yeah.
I just like, and I don't want you to talk to me. I want you to stay out of this. This is why I didn't tell you anything.
All right. Well, I came down here personally to tell you. Okay. For one. Okay. Getting a hold of you on the phone is going to be next to impossible. And I had to take this last opportunity because who knows what's going to happen after this. So I'll still be around. Okay. When this all blows over and you're not a hot coal, you come find me, buddy. All right?
All right. Do we get a last request?
Who, from me? No, it doesn't work that way, son.
Like, do you have any contacts at like the news? Maybe tell them that we're heroes, and this is bullshit. What they're telling us here.
And I'm like, actually, that would be a huge help to get our side of the story out there.
I can't really do that, but if you want, your location could be leaked, and that wouldn't be traceable to me. Your choice.
And I look over at Gabe. I was like, do we want our location out or just the story?
I mean,
or maybe you could leak it to the reporter.
I could do that, but I don't know how they're going to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's really even supposed to know that you guys are here. You're John Doe, and you're John Doe 2. I mean, you're not even on the. You're not officially on the books.
But if word got out that 2 heroes were being held by S.H.I.E.L.D. in a hospital.
But you see, that's just it. You guys they're not talking about you guys like you're heroes.
That's the thing, though.
Yeah, and I realize that. And I don't think you're a villain, Jackson. You're a little twisted, but you're not a bad guy.
But aren't we all?
Yeah, I know. I worked with you on the streets. I know. So, I mean, if you guys want, I could do that, but I don't know. I don't know how much good that's going to get you. I mean, the press and that fucking Slater Kirkland and those guys at the top of the hour and whatnot, they sure as fuck don't like you guys. You're like their you're their pet project. You know.
Well, maybe we can use that to our advantage if we can just get them.
You know what? I don't think I should be a party to this conversation. Whatever you guys want to do, you can do. If you want me to leak a location, I'll do. That's the last thing I could do for you.
All right, yeah, do that.
I don't want anybody else knowing who I am.
Well, that's the other thing, son. That's probably going to happen if I leak it.
That's true. All right. If you really don't want that to happen,
I mean, my mother doesn't even know where I am.
Okay, and I was like, all right, fine, then that settles it. We're not gonna. Don't leak it. Don't do it. All right.
Okay.
I appreciate that though, and I'll find you when this is all done.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. And then he doesn't say goodbye or anything. He just leaves.
Yeah.
He just leaves.
He seemed nice.
No, he's great. His wife can't cook though.
No.
No. Sad.
That is a shame.
Okay. So the rest of Friday is going to go by.
Yeah.
It's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's Saturday morning. It is 6 a.m. The nurses come in, they give you some more medication. They give you prescriptions. So you remember when they used to do that? Used to bring prescriptions. Actually, they would. It was on a piece of fucking paper, and and you're getting prepped, but you're not being. You can tell that even though they're getting you prepped, the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are still outside. They did change
we're being
the
discharged
guard
from the hospital.
Yeah, that's
not
it.
from S.H.I.E.L.D.
And basically, after you guys get, I mean, they don't even bring in clothes. Well, you don't have any clothes for one.
Right.
And it's about 6:30, and Maddox shows back up.
Mm.
He has Taggart and Metzner with him this time, and comes in. Metzner and Taggart come in with him. They close the door. The other armed guards are outside. They did not come in with them this time. Good morning, gentlemen. I hope you slept well.
Can I see some identification, please?
He taps the little laminated badge on his breast pocket. He's like, right there.
Hard to see with one eye.
We haven't met yet. I'm Agent Maddox with Shield. This is Agent Taggart. This is Agent Metzner. We've all met, and he looks at Jackson.
I suppose there's no point in me calling myself Squall.
No, what's your guy's last name?
Pine.
Pine.
Pyne.
Right.
Okay.
You never heard that name, by the way.
Yeah. And he looks at
I thought my last name was Gabriel.
Goes,
I may have lied about that.
No, Mr. Pine. I forgot the question you asked him.
I
said there's no point in me calling you Squall.
Oh, that's right. And he goes, no, Mr. Pine, there is no need to call you Squall. We've run the records on you, and you're wanted for murder, son. That's going to suck.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Did you know that, Jackson? Did you know your friend over here is a murderer?
I know my friend had problems with his powers in the beginning.
And he murdered some people?
I didn't.
Murder is a very strong word.
Well, that's the charge. I'm just letting you know what we dug up. And fascinating equipment that we found over at that TV repair place. But really...
Makes you want to find the guy, doesn't it?
Oh, we will. But I have to say, Mr. Briggs, you really need to redecorate your house. Looks like an old lady's place. Just saying. Not for somebody who's a bachelor like yourself. So I've got good news and I've got bad news, gentlemen, and I'm just going to start telling you the news in general. First off, he goes over, he sits in the chair. There's like a chair that sits in between where your two beds are, but against the wall. Reaches into his coat pocket, pulls out, he lights a cigarette, starts smoking. Welcome to the 80s, everybody.
Right, probably bummed it off the doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a yeah, no doubt, right? Yeah. So he starts smoking and he goes, well, one thing that I didn't tell you, because I was just kind of waiting to see how this all shook out. We know you gentlemen didn't have anything to do with killing any AIM agents. We know everything that went down there pretty much. We were able to hack their surveillance. Well, we didn't really hack. What would you call that, Metzner? It's like we downloaded it.
We watched it. We just watched the tape.
We've got the tape. Yeah. Watch the tape. That's it. Watch the tape. We watched the surveillance from the AIM place. We know that everything was already done by the time you two showed up.
Do you have any contacts at the news?
He takes a big long drag.
I
don't think that would be the first concern, and then he just ashes right on the floor, of course, and he goes, "Now look." And just so everybody knows, that's just a dick move. That's not in 1980.
There are ashtrays in the room. He's just not
there's
using it. Yeah.
He's just not using it. He goes, so we know you didn't have anything to do with any murder of the AIM agents. We actually know as well that you're not affiliated with AIM at all.
All right, great. And I make a move to get up. Like, all right, we can get rid of this now.
Maybe. We know about your friend Sean, who's on parole, and his
and he wants nothing to do with them.
His associating with you is a violation of his.
Well, we're not villains.
We're not.
Side the point.
I mean, I am an accused murderer.
You shut up. Just shut up. Okay, just shut up.
And
allegedly.
So, and we know that you, got involved with these collective people through Deshaun.
Well,
now we don't know that it was you that busted up a heroin ring of theirs, where there was another murder occurred. Although we do have the testimony of two people that are in custody that say that it was you two that busted up the heroin place. So technically, I guess we do have some proof, but that's kind of flimsy. That's not really going to hold up. And there was nobody that saw who killed the thug, goon, whatever you want to call him at that place.
He died of natural causes.
Yeah. Gunshots.
Excessive energy.
So while there's a battery of minor charges that could be brought against you, Mr. Briggs. And of course those same charges could be filed against Mr. Pine. But Mr. Pine does have the murder rap that he's going to have to pay for. So that leaves us at a crossroads. We can turn you over to the local authorities and let them do what they would do. But unfortunately, because you're super powered, well, we would get involved anyway. And you guys would end up at Project Pegasus. Now, I know you don't know what that is. And let me just say, it's a hole in the ground where they stick people with superpowers. That's probably what would happen to you. Or you could come work for us. Especially you, Mr. Briggs. I mean, there's always use for a big, brawny bruiser like yourself, Mr. Pine. There always is. And with your wind abilities, whatever they might be, I mean, you'd be far more effective than your typical goon with a gun. That's for sure. But you, Mr. Briggs, with your ability to manipulate people, could be a very valuable tool. So it shakes out like this. You can either A, come to work for us, and we'll make these charges go away, at least so long as you work with us and work with us well. Or B, we can conclude our business now and we will turn you over to the NYPD and let you go to trial. Your choice, gentlemen. Drops the cigarette on the floor, snuffs it out with his foot. I'll give you 5 minutes. He stands up, straightens his suit, walks out the door. And they stand by the window, the three of them, talking. And as they're talking, you see Dr. Johnson comes up to him. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's talking. Hey, how's it
going? He seems worse than anybody we've met at the Collective or at AIM.
See, I told you he pissed
or the
me
Morlocks, for that matter. And they wanted us to fight to the death.
Yes, I told you he was a dick.
Don't we get a lawyer?
Oh, man, this is the government. You're not going to get a lawyer.
Yeah, you'd get an attorney assigned to you.
And then
get a public defender.
A public defender.
A public defender, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what? Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know how any of this works.
Fight them on their own turf in the court. We go to court. You face this murder charge, and I face whatever charges they trump up against me.
So what are we gonna do?
Or like you man said, or we work for Shield. I mean, honestly, this could be the ticket out. I mean, we're fighting to be looked at as heroes, not villains, and Shield does work with heroes. I mean, they work with the Avengers.
They work with Captain America.
They work with Captain America.
Yeah. Cap works with them quite a bit, but Cap also tells them where they can stick
right,
shit.
Right,
when he doesn't like
that's
it.
not common knowledge. I'm figuring common knowledge is like, all right.
Oh yeah,
Shield knows the Avengers. Shield works with Captain America and vice versa, and that's what everybody knows. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm going by.
No, you're right. You're right.
So we'll just be Shield slaves then.
No, we'll be agents.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Although they didn't really seem to want me.
No, they'll want you. Like
I appreciate
they can always
saying that, but
they could always use you. And like you said, like then you could probably see your mom again, and they'll make this murder charge go away. I mean, yeah, it's what is it? Damned if we do, damned if we don't. But we got to take the lesser of two evils here, I think. How do you feel?
I don't know. I guess we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Okay. So after 5 minutes, the door opens up. Agent Maddox walks in by himself this time and closes the door. All right, gentlemen. What's the decision?
I have questions.
Oh, I figured you would.
Say we decide to work with S.H.I.E.L.D. What does that mean? What does that entail? Like, we become agents? Are we government officials? What? No. Well, explain it.
You would be officially on the payroll as freelance operatives. You would not have the full protection of being a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, although if you're working for us on one of our projects, that allows you a certain amount of freedom to perform said actions, because then you are working under the jurisdiction of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the United States government at that point in time. You would be allowed to conduct yourselves however you wish. We can make sure that while Mr. Pine's murder charges won't totally go away, we can make sure that he's not sought on those charges so long as he remains an operative.
I look over at Gabe. Does that sound to you?
Don't get me wrong, gentlemen. If you do a stellar job, S.H.I.E.L.D. recognizes this, as does the government. And we'll be able to, let's just say, do a lot more for you if it is mutually beneficial. This is merely a trial run, we should say.
I look over at Gabe again.
Well, again, it doesn't seem like we have much of a choice now, does it?
Of course you do. There's always a choice.
No. Will we be working with you?
Of course.
Why you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just asking.
You don't want to work with me?
I'm asking, why is it you and not another location or another branch?
Let's put it this way, in not so terms that everyone will understand. Finders keepers. I get to call dibs.
Okay.
And I'm the sector chief for Manhattan.
That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say.
That's what I told you. So I said it.
All right.
If it will make any difference in your decision, the first thing that we are going to require the both of you to assist us with is the shutting down of the collective.
Oh, go right, Gabe.
We cannot have an organization of this magnitude operating openly in Manhattan. It's just, for one, it makes me look bad.
Yeah, we can't have that, can we?
Oh, see, we're already starting to get off to a great start.
Okay, I have one condition.
Go ahead. You can
All
ask
right.
away.
I will make this ask. I think it's a fair ask. Don't help Gabe with those charges. Not make him go away, but make them see that it wasn't intentional murder. Like, give him good legal representation. Let him show that he was not in control, and hopefully, and at least get the murder charges dropped.
Let me tell you, gentlemen, something. Maybe this will help. You're mutants. I don't know if you've been paying attention recently to what's going on up on Capitol Hill. There's a little thing called the Mutant Registration Act that's getting pushed through up there, where your types are all going to be monitored and put under the direct supervision of the United States government. It's about to get very inhospitable for your kind. It would be probably in your best interest if you were to get in on the ground floor and avoid all those unpleasantries that are about to happen.
And I go, all the more reason you want us to cooperate, and you should get him help to get those charges dropped.
Mr. Briggs, I can appreciate your concern for your friend. And like I said, we will see how it works out. I'm not making any empty promises to anyone. If Mr. Pine turns into a valuable asset, we can definitely see what else can be done for his situation.
I look at Gabe. It's like, how does that sound to you?
Again, doesn't seem like there's much of a choice.
All right.
Do we get one of those blue suits?
Oh, no. But I have brought clothes for you, civilian clothes.
Okay. All right.
I had a members only jacket at Deshaun's house. You didn't happen to find that, did you?
I can't say if we did or if we didn't. I mean,
swear to God, if I see you out one night.
You see one SHIELD agent start to walk past the window. He's like popping the collar. Hey! Look what I got.
But
nice.
It's a little big on him because
he's swimming in it. So he's like, so.
All right.
Is that a yes then?
Especially because the first thing we're going to do is take down the collective. Yes. I'm in.
Excellent.
I'm not going to talk for Gabe.
Yeah, I've got a score to settle with them. Sure. Call me
Excellent.
Agent Pine. Special Agent Pine?
No. I'll call you Mr. Pine.
All right, it's close enough, I suppose.
He reaches into the pocket on his jacket there on the side, and he pulls out what looks like some, of course, just high tech. You know, in the comic books, everything looks like, you know, they're not just keys. They're like Jack Kirby, all kinds of fucking crazy looking things. And he walks over to Squall's bed, and he throws back the blankets, and he undoes the shackles on your feet, takes them off.
Yeah, my legs are cramping. I don't know how Jessica Alba does it.
Goes over. He goes over and he takes the handcuffs that handcuff you to the bed off.
Right.
He goes over to Jackson and does the same. He takes the handcuffs off of you as well, and he goes. Then he takes out these bracelets. They look like, you ever seen those like copper bracelets?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they look similar to that. except flatter. It's not that woven type of stuff. It's sort of like
like a flat band.
Yeah. And he takes those out, and he leaves one on your bed there. Jackson walks over and he sets one down for Squall, and he goes, so that we can contact you, and you can contact us as well.
And keep an eye on us, I imagine.
Well, of course. You're being released on your own volitions at the moment, but and then he goes and he taps on one and he shows you how to use them. They're like communicators, actually. So, and he leaves them there, and he goes, somebody's going to be in with some paperwork for you gentlemen to sign. Then they're going to give you some clothes.
I'm left-handed, and I hold up my.
Do the best you can, Mr. Pine. And then we're going to be contacting you after we follow up on some surveillance and try and find out the best way to utilize you to take care of our situation with the collective.
They have an invisible dude, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He was here. He showed up and walked right past you.
He was here
guys.
after you were here. Yeah.
It behooves the both of you now that we are working together to be forthcoming with.
That's what I was. I could not have been more forthcoming than I was.
Just told you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm just saying. Let's make sure that it stays.
So if you could develop, because I'm sure what the wrench would have done was develop us cool goggles that we could see in visibility. Can you do that? Can you get your guys on that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
There's a reason we're going to find and liberate Mr. Harris.
Oh,
good day,
join
gentlemen.
The Shield too?
We shall see. And he turns and
we got to save him. Oh, that's our job.
Yeah, he turns and he turns and he walks out. A little bit later, a dude with a briefcase comes in, gets out some actual paperwork, has you guys sign them. He gets them, puts them back in a folder in the briefcase, goes out. They leave bags with clothes for you both, okay, so that you can get changed into civilian clothes. And by the time everything wraps up, it's 11 o'clock. Okay. And you're free to go.
All right. Can we take a break here so I can go to the bathroom? Because I should have done that before we started this.
Sure.
God damn it, Adam.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Good. Got about another half hour anyway. Okay. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
Wow, this is pretty much what I expected. I have to say, considering where it left off, I'm like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah. Well, there was two options. I mean, Cheshire came in. It's like, hey,
I get it. I fully acknowledge the options that was presented. Absolutely. Yeah. But again, it's like I think it was the only way to go. Honestly.
After you were captured, yeah. Well, and you weren't even captured, but after you guys were inhabilitated and then went to the hospital and the authorities found out about you.
Right.
So, so that was, it's a smart thing to do to go and work with them. Now it's a matter of where it goes forward from here. Mm-hmm. I'll have you know, Maddox is an NPC that I used back in the 80s.
Oh, really?
When we were playing. Maddox is a reoccurring, even though I tend to forget his name all of a sudden, NPC that I've had through a number of different games. And I was
cool.
Yeah. So, and there's some others that we'll see what happens. They might pop up.
I was wondering if you purposely called him that after the X-Men, Jamie Maddox.
No.
Okay.
No, his name was just, I don't know where I came up. I came up with this character. I was in middle school. when I came up with them. So, and he was an asshole shield agent then.
Then
He's always been the asshole government guy.
nice. Okay. At least he's consistent.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing quite like being confronted with a guy who has a legal right to fuck with you, and you'll just get in trouble if you fuck back with him. Even it's like I love that type of villain so much.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that.
That's all right.
All good.
Okay, so you guys are left. You're able to get dressed up and all that different stuff.
What do they have us wearing?
Oh,
yeah. Like
it's not good.
Well, it is January. You gotta assume there's like a winter coat in there.
Yes, there's a winter coat in there. Essentially, there is white button. The shirts that they gave you, okay, you could tell they came straight out of the pack. Like they got the square box lines on them. Yeah. So you've got like a white dress up shirt, a t-shirt, some boxers, socks. Of course, Jackson, yours are all too big for you.
Right.
And mine are all too small.
Too small.
But not so much where we can switch.
Yeah, exactly.
No. So
they're probably both the same size. It was like we both got a large. That was
and of course it's like, okay, so like you got a gray like winter coat, you got the white dress shirt with the t-shirt, you got Dockers, you got these tan Dockers and like these god ugly blue New Balance tennis shoes with black socks.
Did New Balance even was it existence back then?
New Balance.
New Balance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you've got those clothes. So somebody has an engagement with a Mr. Cooper, and somebody has an engagement with Dolly One.
Yeah, I got to go to your house and get my. I can't even get any art supplies.
I think it was noon
or 1, right?
Noon. So it's like in an hour.
It'll take me minutes to get there.
Right, to get uptown.
No, we're going to Washington Square Park.
Well, you said you had to get your stuff first.
I can't draw anyway. My hand is fucking broken.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So what are you going to do? You're just going to head over to the park?
And in true comic book fashion, you have one ace bandage sort of like around the top of your head sort of thing,
I look like Josh Brolin from the Goonies.
Yes.
But he had the headband. But still, same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go there. I'll meet you, I guess, back at your house later on.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
And I kind of shuffle off. These shoes are too big. I like shuffling off. Look like a middle schooler in his dad's clothes.
Yeah. So who wants to go first?
Either way.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do Mr. Cooper because I think that one will be easier. That'll be quicker.
Okay.
Mr. Cooper, where was he going to meet you at? Because I remember he had a phone call.
Who is Mr. Cooper?
Mr. Cooper is somebody that was looking for. He's looking for a detective. He's looking for some consultation for Mr. Briggs.
When was?
I don't remember that at all.
I don't either. Honestly,
yeah,
I was hoping it would come back to me as you were talking.
This must have been early on.
Yeah, you had a phone call where, because I remember I was saying you're going to have to drum up some business at some time or another. Yeah, and you're like, well, people usually call me. And Cooper had called and left a message. And then what he wanted, we didn't actually role play out your talking with him, but we said that you had negotiated a meeting at noon.
Okay.
Which is weird because Jackson doesn't answer anybody's voice messages.
Well, he returned his phone call.
That's what I mean. He doesn't do that. That's not his style.
Hey, unless there's like
for business.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you going to meet
him? Probably, I would imagine there's like a diner
Sure.
or some place we can go to, like
Yeah.
a 24-hour place.
Yeah, and I would assume there's probably some diner that you normally go to. That's where you like conduct your business.
Probably, yeah. They probably like know me there. I have my own little booth
Oh, you know where you go? You go to Cat's Delicatessen. It's like a
downtown.
big. No, it's the Cat's is
The one,
in
there's
Lower
one
East
down.
Side.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
Oh
downtown.
yeah, I'm sorry. You did say downtown. I thought you. For some reason, I'm tired. I understood uptown, but yes, it is downtown.
It's on the shore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I even know about Cats. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it on TV shows. So
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Right.
I don't know. Like, if he lives in Harlem, I don't know if he'd conduct
Oh, yeah,
his
you're in
business all the way
Harlem.
down there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, forget it. Never mind. You're up.
yeah.
I forgot.
So we're gonna
that's where
say
you live.
that there's
There's probably someplace in like Washington Heights.
there's
There's
some
diners
diner.
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere up there.
So you go. It's super Seinfeld-esque. It's just called the
Yeah.
diner. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And you will basically, for leaving here, you got to basically make your way directly there. You're not really going to have time to
Right.
to go to your house.
Right.
So-
Probably hop on the subway.
Yeah, you
Up
get
there.
there. You're
Probably
Take
still
a
in the
cab. It'll
clothes.
take forever
Oh, yeah.
to get up there on the subway.
you
Cab, really? I thought it would take longer.
What time of the day is it? It's midday.
It's midday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
on
that's
Saturday.
right. It's
quicker.
Saturday. Right. It
Yeah.
would be quicker to drive.
So you come walking in the diner, right? And there's the lady at the front, Lucy.
I'm shuffling in.
Yeah, and
But she's-
Lucy's
In your
at
dad's suit.
Lucy's a middle-aged lady.
Sure.
She's like basically the queen bee here,
Sure.
and you come with Jackson.
Hey, Lucy, don't ask. And I just keep walking in. I'm meeting somebody here.
Yeah, Mark Cooper.
Yeah,
I
that's
sat
him.
I sat him in your booth. All
Thanks,
right.
hon.
So okay,
I walk it. Keep going.
can I get you something?
Just coffee, hon. Just coffee.
You are bruised all the fuck
Oh,
up
yeah.
too.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like
Oh yeah.
Coffee and an ice pack.
And where did I get shot? I forgot to ask. Where did I
you
get
got shot.
Like
No, you got
chest
shot
or
in the.
stomach. No,
I think it was the
I thought-
back,
Oh yeah, because he was facing
right
the other
between your
direction.
shoulder blades. He shot
Right.
you right in the back. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
I got shot in the fucking face.
Even if you wanted, you could have one of those nice little extendable aluminum canes if you wanted.
No. No.
Okay, so there's a gentleman. He's a little older, middle-aged, balding, kind of on the thin side. He's got glasses on, and seems very nervous.
Sure.
And he sees you coming in. He looks at you and he's like, he does that look away. He's like, don't ask me for change. Don't ask me for
Right,
change.
right,
Don't
right,
ask me
right.
for change. And then you sit down in the booth across
Right.
from him. And he goes, excuse me, sir, but I'm.
And I go, Mr. Cooper, my name is Jackson Briggs. We've talked on the phone. Please forgive my appearance. These are the only clothes available to me.
Are you in disguise?
No. No.
You
no,
should
no.
see him when he's in disguise.
Right?
You wouldn't know me if I was in disguise.
He dresses up like a kid all the
All the
time. He goes, "Oh,
No, I was.
I it just
No.
I have to be honest. I'm a little shocked. Are you okay?"
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
And I
Please, I just
I
want to.
expected you to be a little more
Yeah,
robust.
I get that a lot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess
Let's just discuss what it is you want to.
he
discuss.
turns over, and on the diner seat next to him is one of those. It's a leather briefcase, but it's those types that are like the oversized doctor's bag. It's not quite as
sure.
wide, but it's got that top that opens up.
Mhm.
And he goes in and he pulls out a folder and he sets it on the table. And it's, Mr. Briggs, are you familiar with the arcane arts or magic?
I'm starting to, actually.
Well, I'm a collector. It's more than a hobby. Actually, I'm actually a minor expert in the field. And recently, my house was burglarized.
Uh-huh.
Now, I have thousands of rare artifacts and
Uh-huh.
different things. And one thing was taken from me in particular. They didn't, it's not like the house was ransacked. They, whoever came in was looking for this particular thing. And he slides the file across from you, and he like, it's just a manila folder.
Mm.
And he opens it up, and it's like a bunch of like, there, like old school photocopies and lithographs and that sort of stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
it's 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 a book, an, an extremely old book. It's called the Book of Lemuria. And well, it's missing. And
Okay.
I was
Have you called the police about this?
I have. And they've come over, they looked at my house. There was, I know this is going to sound amazing, but there was no sign of anyone breaking in. My door wasn't kicked in. There was no broken windows, none of these sort of things. But someone, it's gone. The book is just gone.
Mm.
And I don't know. I mean, someone had to come in and take it.
You sure
I mean,
you didn't put it somewhere?
I understand. It's a question you need
sure,
to ask.
I need to ask, and I'm sure you went over this with the police, but I have
Yes,
to ask.
Yes, this book was locked in a safe.
Okay. There's
And
no chance it got moved somewhere.
No.
Okay.
I don't handle the book.
Okay.
It's extremely old. The safe that it was in is a climate controlled safe even. I mean,
I see.
The book is extremely valuable.
I see.
It could be technically worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
Oh. Okay.
It's an extremely valuable book to the right person, to the common man on the street. It's going to be just a book full of gobbledygook.
Right. Now, the in the envelope when he scanned, are there pages of the book in there?
There's different things about it. There's like some clippings, some articles,
but nothing from actual from the book.
No, nothing from the book. There's different notes and like some drawings or representations of things that were in the book, and he goes over what's in the file for you.
Uh-huh.
So, one is a history of the book, of from when it was turned up and that sort of thing.
Right.
What it was.
But does he have any like pictures of what the book looks like?
Yes, there's some Polaroids that are in there.
All right. That's
and it shows the outside, and he shows some of the drawings, which are drawings of like magic circles and sort of stuff. And he says these are reproductions from circles that were within the book. You could also use that to match it up, and these circles are not known to exist outside of within the pages of this book.
Okay.
So,
who, like, what kind of person would be interested in this? Like, a collector?
Yes, a collector for one, or for two, someone that feels that the arcane magics and arts of the world are real. And I mean, some people believe that, say, like Doctor Strange, they think that he actually casts magic and isn't a mutant, and then maybe a book of this sort would be of interest to somebody like him. Maybe.
Sure.
Yes.
Pretty sure I saw this movie. It was called The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp. Anybody see that?
No.
It was a pretty good movie, actually.
I've heard of it, though.
Yeah. I did. I remember hearing about it, but I never saw it.
It was not bad. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. If you could, I don't know. There's a lot of. You were recommended.
Okay.
You helped find someone's. He brings up some case where you found somebody for someone.
Sure.
And it was a it was a case where you found somebody that had been missing for like 50 years, sort of thing.
Oh.
It was a big deal.
Okay.
So you're talking about somebody who
Now, was this while I was a detective, or
no? This
after the fact?
This is after the fact. When you,
Okay,
it's pretty much he references the case that pretty much puts you on the map.
gotcha.
So basically, you found somebody that was like long thought disappeared, dead, and this person had actually like assumed a whole nother lifestyle. Sort of like think about like a Nazi hunter.
Okay,
You went and found somebody and turned them up that was actively trying to not be found.
right.
And that's pretty much what put you on the map, because other people had tried finding this person and never had any success.
Right.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's like, I don't know what your rates are,
It's like,
but would $5,000 be enough of a down payment to start an investigation for me?
I don't even blink. I say 5,000 is exactly what I need to get started. Does not include expenses.
Of course, I understand.
All right.
And he reaches back into the bag and he pulls out another envelope.
Like a little smirk he's trying to hide.
He gets another envelope out of the bag. He puts it on the counter and he pushes it across.
Well, Jackson knows, like, if this book is so rare, this guy's got loot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that he's just gonna milk this.
Yeah. Although this guy's probably underpaying you with the $5,000.
Right. That's why I was like, it doesn't include expenses.
He gives you he gives you a business card, and the business card on it says Marcus Cooper, export import,
sure,
something of dealing in rare artifacts and antiquities.
Isn't it Marcus Ruiz too?
No, Marco Ruiz.
It's going to be really hard for me to remember everybody's names when they all are the same
Cooper.
name.
Cooper. He's
Cooper and Ruiz.
Cooper
and Ruiz. That's our next show, by the
way. So he gives you that, and it's got his information on it. Is that please contact me when you find anything.
I will contact you as soon as I have any information. I will get on this as soon as I get home and change my clothes.
Not a problem. And I'm assuming that you would probably want to come by and see my place.
I would definitely want to come by later and see the safe.
Okay.
Where the room
on the back of the business card, there's another number, and this is handwritten on there. And on there, it says Winston Talbert. It says, "My man Winston, contact him, and he'll be able to let you in at any time that you wish to see the premises."
He's got a manservant. You could get more than $5,000 out of this dude.
He said, and expenses.
Yeah, even so, this is like just a deposit to get him started. This is just to get him out of these clothes and into the house.
This is just to get me out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, he just shakes your hand and he leaves.
Okay.
So,
pretty soon after he leaves, I get up and go home, change, and
your place is trash.
Which I totally expected, I'm sure. Totally expected.
It has been turned.
I think they just could clean up after themselves.
All right.
Well, they put it in the piles.
It's great.
I'm getting like agitated thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all out of order. Oh yeah, man, it's terrible.
And I'm just like, oh. But he knew walking into the place. He knew exactly what he was walking into, because he's probably seen it so many times.
You've done it. What are you talking about?
Done it, yeah.
Yeah, you've turned houses before in the past. Like they go through. There's broken stuff all over the place. It's just the way it works. So, okay, so now we're gonna go to Gabe. Gabe, you go. Again, you're beat the fuck up.
Yeah,
and you get to Washington Park. Now, it's been a couple of days, and while the snow has been moved around quite a bit, there's still mounds of it all over.
And it's
dirty as
gray
fuck.
And disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and
Got yellow patches all over it.
I'm sorry, I
yeah,
had to go.
and the park has been cleared somewhat, and there's people there, but there's not an awful lot
No.
of people. I mean, it's still kind of um, out of the, definitely not busy at all. You make it down there, and you start heading towards the your location by that
Yeah.
front arch wherever
Yeah.
to catch the tourists, and you don't see Dolly.
Hmm.
You don't see her there.
All right. I'll just, hang around. Take a
Roll me
seat.
an intuition.
She's in disguise. 35. I'm not very intuitive. What is that? It's probably a white.
You didn't even notice the ink on your fingertips.
Yeah,
Right?
my fingertips are still black. No, that's wait. Yeah, that's just the last white. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't see the snowball,
That hurtling at your face.
but it goes over your shoulder.
It's a good thing it didn't hit me because it probably would have hurt. Because there's like
Yeah.
ice and like chunks of rock.
Yeah, it doesn't hit you,
Coffee cup.
and you hear as the snowball goes whipping by your head, you hear, "What the fuck happened to you?"
Well, good news is I got a shower and a place to stay. Bad news is I got jumped by like 12 guys.
And basically, as you turn around,
Yeah.
it is
I'm
Dolly.
assuming, yes.
She's got one of those big, wide skier headbands on, and
Yeah.
all her red hair's kind of like piled up on top of
Yeah.
her head. And she comes. So for somebody
A
else,
neon blue and pink jacket.
yes, she's got the neon colors going on. She's got the
leg
tight-
warmers.
leg warmers and tights on. Yeah, and she comes walking.
Everything's in neon.
Yeah.
Everything's neon.
Yeah, yeah. She's looked like she's getting ready to either head down the slopes or do an aerobics class outside. So,
That's what everyone looked like in the 80s, though.
Yeah.
that's true. And she's chewing gum, and she goes, "Oh, honey, look at your face."
The good news is I'm a quick healer.
Yeah, you didn't have to come down here.
I
mean,
literally just got discharged from the hospital. I show my
Aw.
arm that has like the like the hospital band on it.
she
But I'm
goes
also
into her coat and brings out why she's got it. She's got a Sharpie, and she
she's
takes
an
your
artist.
she takes your cast and she starts drawing on it and writing on your cast. And she's not looking up at you. She's just looking at your cast as she's writing. And she's like, "Well, I guess the least I could do, see, it's how you came down here to meet me after getting out of the hospital. I was the first one. You can buy me lunch."
Shit. Wait, no. I don't have my
No,
wallet.
you don't. How'd you get down here then? You didn't have your wallet or anything.
I flew.
You just flew down? Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, no, but she says that. She says
Yeah.
she's gonna let you buy your lunch.
So here's the thing. My wallet is in Harlem. Or gone. I don't even know anymore.
She finishes
These aren't
drawing-
even my clothes.
She's like, I kind of was hoping that, and she finishes drawing. She drew a devil on your cast, and she looks up and she goes, "Well, I guess I'll buy you a cup of coffee then, and you'll have an hour to embellish your story and let me know more about this." Now, the only reason we're not doing our art, well, there's two reasons now.
I got a broken left hand.
Well, you
would have won anyway because I can't.
I know I would have
Bro.
won, but the thing of it is there's nobody here.
There's nobody here. This is
There's
the
nobody
snowstorm fucked everything up.
It did. So why don't you come with me and we'll go get a cup of coffee and you can tell me all about why you let people beat you up. And then, if you're charming enough, maybe once you get your life together and find a wallet, you could maybe buy me lunch.
Well,
depending
yeah. I mean, I'd have to pay you back, of course.
I think I can split.
No, I'm talking about by buying you lunch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you money for the coffee. That would be weird.
Shut up and just come with me. And so she's just going to kind of like lead you out into someplace to go get coffee.
Yeah, there's a place right through the archway.
Yeah. So normally in these situations, I don't really leave things up to dice rolls. But what I want is I want you to give me your choice. You can either do a intuition or a psyche roll.
They're exactly the same.
So it doesn't matter then, either or.
56, it's a green.
Okay. You've impressed her enough during the conversation. You really want a bunch of fucking brownie points.
By saying I just got out of the hospital.
Being beat and looking the way you did.
Yeah.
She feels obligated. Yeah. And so what it is,
I'm going for sympathy points. That's
you got the sympathy points, basically. And so you guys go, you have your cup of coffee, and she's you guys are going to set up another date and another time to do the contest. Yeah. And so you get to choose whatever day that you want to do that on.
I mean, it's going to have to be a couple of weeks for the contest.
Right.
We can do lunch next week.
And she'll agree to that. She'll agree to that. Cuz she wants to see, for one, she's like, I need to see more than No offense, honey. I've got standards. And
when we go in now to be fair, my face is all fucked up, my arm's in a cast, but when we go to the coffee shop, when I take off this ridiculous jacket, I'm like the Rock.
Oh yeah,
I'm wearing a skin tight.
Honey, why do you think that you got as far as you've gotten with it? You are built like a brick shithouse, and she realizes it. I mean, and the role was to see whether or not you were just not fucking things up, basically, and she's like, there's still potential. Is what she's seeing, and she has a good enough time. I'll definitely say that she has a good enough time. It's obvious that she's interested in you.
Yeah, I think the dice should decide.
Well, that was what the 50. That's what the 56 was. So
is that what that was?
He didn't put.
It was
her
a
off.
good enough time. Yeah,
it was a good enough time to warrant another time. Is basically what it is.
Okay. Gotcha.
And she is impressed with the physique that is Gabe. So, but that is where we are going to end the episode. So this was the aftermath episode. We'll see what happens in the next. Oh yeah, I mean, dealing with you guys are now employed by Shield.
Right,
that's something.
That's
so you got that going for you. Yeah, got that going for you. So that's good. And we'll see what happens with that. And obviously, the other good thing is that Shield is definitely, they're not like, well, fuck your friend and those supervillains. They're like, you know what? This is obviously something that needs to be taken care of, and it's something that isn't, or it's not on the Avengers pay scale,
right?
But it's definitely above the local law enforcement pay scale,
right?
And that's where Shield really normally works. If they're not working on world dominating terrorist organizations, this is what Shield's other job is basically this sort of thing.
Things that could become world terrorist organizations,
or it's something that's just
and we're much more suited for this than we are for Hydra.
Right.
Yes. Right. There you go. Exactly. So there it is. So that's how we're gonna end this. This is what, episode 16?
15, 16?
Yeah.
16. Because last episode was 15. Yeah. So
wow, they're just flying by.
Really? Nope. This is episode 15. Yeah, you're right. This 14
No,
is
this is episode 16. Trust me.
No, I don't trust you.
Okay, that's fine. But anyway, 6 and 1, half a dozen.
Yeah, so it's a lot.
You're right. Last time was 15. I don't know. called this
Looky,
one
looky.
15, yeah. Well, let's see.
That's
Did
all
I
right.
mess?
I don't rub stuff in right away. I let it simmer a little.
Right.
Then
you
I
rub it
bring
in.
it back up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, last time was 14. I just called this one also 14. Although last
Okay.
week was 14, so this is 15. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking tired. 16.
So anyway,
I'm gonna cut this out so I don't
Anyhow.
look like an asshole. Anyway, so this is our 16th episode.
there it is. So why don't you go ahead and sign off then, Adam, in case you fall asleep?
Yeah. So anyway, I'm Adam. I'm playing Gabriel Pine. Now we know his name, aka Squall, the superhero.
That's right. Officially, I think.
Yeah,
Big
and
now.
catch us on our charity D&D stream, Greyhawk D&D stream, along with some other cool D&D streamers for a 24-hour stream to benefit St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
That's right.
That's
February 15th.
Yeah, February 15th, all fucking day. We're on from noon to 4, is that right?
Wow.
Correct. Our time slot's noon to 4.
And
Geeks Unite.
yeah.
24 hours of D&D, man. That's intense.
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh, hey.
Well, we're only doing 4 of them.
Still. The
we
concept
got like a normal
is
session.
awesome.
We got
And we got a decent time slot. So
much better
that's
than
it.
that. Last time we were up at 8:30. Well, you were up at like
Shit.
The-
Steve was up at 4.
yeah, he was up at 4 or 5. Yeah, it was
Wow.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
But anyway,
nuts.
check that out, and then soon after that, I don't know the date. But we're gonna be premiering
coming.
our new Greyhawk Adventures game, just called Greyhawk Adventures. We're gonna start in the Bone March with brand new characters for a long-term campaign.
Yep. It's
Nice.
Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have a more solid what do they call that? Premiere.
Yeah.
Premiere date a
Because-
little bit later.
Yeah, my comes with time. I don't know when. It's a few more weeks though. You've got time.
Yeah. It's probably more like the end of February,
Yeah.
beginning of March, maybe something like that. Anyway, and we're wrapping up Sector 1, the interlude, our Wednesday interlude while Uncle Tony's away doing, and it's God, I knew the name of it.
You never remember the name of the play.
It's the case of the something dog. I love you, Tony.
Case of the something dog.
It's
There you go.
it's a British play. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
but we're going to be starting up. Tales of a Savage Land is going to be starting up again soon, but we're still running the Sector 1 Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time as well. So
Yes.
there's that. Hey, Kepchan, why don't you go
The
ahead?
Curious
It's-
Incident of the Dog in the
Kitchen-
Night.
That's it.
That's based on a British book. So that's,
Say it again. What's the title?
I don't remember. The
The Curious,
Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night,
That's it.
Oh,
That's the play.
okay.
and it's also a book.
There you go.
There it is. That's what
And
he's
I'm
doing.
sure Uncle Tony's great as the dog.
How did you know he was a dog?
I don't-
They're actually, and I don't know the name of the theater that this is being produced through.
it took you 6
I know,
weeks
to get
just
the
remember
place
the name. You barely remember the name.
The cool thing that they're doing is they're giving away a puppy.
Oh, that's a weird thing. You did tell me that. That's weird.
They're giving away a puppy.
So they adopted a puppy for this show, and then
give it
they're
away.
giving it away.
Yeah, interesting.
Huh.
So anyway,
But-
make your way down to Oregon and
Yeah,
find a
right.
theater that's giving away a puppy, and there you go. Have a
Oh, wow.
There it
have
is.
a little friend for Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Kim Jim. Not that I haven't interrupted you twice now when you tried
That's
to sign
okay.
up.
This is Kevin in Seattle, signing off, playing Jackson Briggs, aka Mental,
Shield agent.
who's coming to terms with being a Shield agent now.
And a private
Maybe if you're-
dick.
Well, he was always that.
He's always been a dick.
He's always private or otherwise.
You knew that was coming. I mean,
Yeah.
that
That was a
that's,
given.
yeah, it happened. That was low hanging fruit.
Yeah, that was fun.
Matter of fact, I kicked it.
So low, you kicked it.
Yep,
Nice.
exactly. Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in and watching the episode. We appreciate you coming in, signing on. If you enjoy it, please let your friends know. If you see any of our things up on Facebook, whatnot, please share, like,
Yeah,
all
find us
that
on
other stuff.
Facebook, on
Mhm.
YouTube,
On YouTube, you can find
and
us
here on Twitch. Subscribe. If you have Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay for it. You just click on that Amazon Prime subscription thing, and
There you go.
there you go.
There it is.
It's free for you because you've already paid for it. You might as well use it
Just use it.
on us.
Exactly.
Just use it.
Cool.
What else are you gonna do?
Nothing with it. You're gonna waste
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Peace out. Have a good night. Or
Take
day.
care.
it. Good. Yeah, we don't know. Later, Gator.